What's going on, Badger Nation? Welcome to Inside the Badger Den. This is different than our normal show, which is the PPC Den. In the PPC Den, I really want to keep that show software agnostic. I like to make that show valuable for people who are using any tool, even my spreadsheet warriors out there. And this show is really for Ad Badger customers to hear a little bit more about what we're building, why we're building it, and what we're building next, as well as how to get a little bit more insight from the tools that we have already built for you. So if you're an Ad Badger customer, you will really enjoy the show. So let's jump into it. Some recently launched things, and by the way, you can always go to adbadger.com/roadmap and see some of the things that we've recently launched, as well as the things that we have on deck. What I want to review on this one, because it's our first one, is just sort of talk about the last few weeks. Let's jump into it. We released something called Search Trends. Search Trends tells you a whole bunch of great information, but the questions that I wanted to focus on, it tells you what your share of sales is relative to the market. It also tells you if you're gaining share of sales or losing share of sales. If you have it'll tell you what keyword is best for a product. It'll tell you if total demand increased or decreased, and it will tell you if there's any keywords you should bid higher for. Let's jump into how that does that. This is a demo account, so you'll see a bunch of animal names here. But basically, the first thing is, what is my percentage of sales relative to competition for that keyword? So what you can do here, there's this great section, brand purchase percentage. So if I look at the summary row here, this is for all of my terms for my top 100 products. And then what this will do is this will show me what my brand purchase share is versus everybody else. So that's my purchase share. That's it. So what that means is that for all of the purchases that happened for all of these words going from search, my share was 1% of the total sales. In the previous period, it was 0.3% of sales. So I gained some market share over these two time frames. So that right there is an incredible indicator to tell you what your percentage of sales is relative to the amount of sales that happened in total for all of these terms. I should also mention that Search Trends is just for search-based traffic, meaning search, click, buy. This doesn't include when people are browsing around, clicking around on Amazon. That won't be included in here. So this is really a good indicator of how much do you own the search result page, search, click, buy, direct sales coming from these search queries, how many of them end in purchases from you versus your competitors. So that your brand purchase share is a really good indicator of your market share relative to everybody else. And what I'll also say too is that you can drill down on a per product basis as well, which is really helpful. The next thing you can get from here is conversion rate by product by keyword. So what that means is you can sort the search queries where you can search one valuable term and basically see that term for all the products that you have. So if you have the same term for many products, you'll want to know which one has the best click-through rate, conversion rate, share of purchases. And this report cannot tell you that. So if you are selling t-shirts and you have like anti-sudor, which I imagine is anti-sweat in Spanish, someone who speaks Spanish is probably laughing right now, but I can see that term and how it performed for this product and that product. And in this demo account, the numbers are low, but what you would actually see is which product of mine converts best for this keyword. That's really helpful information because you can use this information to go and bid differently in your PPC campaigns. You can use this as a data point to basically say, hey, if I have this term that appears for multiple products, combine this with our duplicate search term finder, you're able to say, I'm going to bid more aggressively on my best term here, or I'm going to ensure that only this product appears for this term because that's my highest chance of converting. That's really helpful. Another thing this will do for you is this will tell you market demand. So all of those search terms, you can track how they perform and where they're moving, which is really helpful. So that's the summary row right there. So search query volume. That is how many times that thing was searched. And the summary row will tell you for all those terms, how many of them were searched, what was the search volume, and how did that change week to week. So as your sales are trending up or they're trending down, you can do this by month. it allows you to basically say, like, did I have more market demand or less market demand as a market? Not just you, but all of the people that search this. Were there more searches for these terms or less searches for these terms versus the two time frames? And when you combine that, what's really helpful about that is it will tell you, did you gain market share or not? Um, which is really helpful. So it'll tell you, did I gain market share for this term? And that's part of what the brand purchase share is. So the brand purchase share is your market share of purchases for all of these terms. So just a wealth of information here informing you, like, what's my market share? So even if sales went down, it's possible that you gained market share. I mean, think about it. If there were fewer searches, but your purchase share was higher, that means you actually gained market share. But your total sales might actually have decreased just simply as a result of less market demand. So that's why search trends is so valuable. Highly recommended that you continue to sort of scan through this, use this regularly, at least once a week, just get a pulse check. So if I were to make a recommendation just on a once a week basis, you should know if all the search volume is up or down for your niche, for your marketplace. That's the first place to begin with. And then periodically you want to do checks like, am I gaining market share or am I losing market share? That's a big one for brand purchase percentage. Track that. And then, of course, which keywords are super valuable for me? So that could be on a per product basis. That can be on a per keyword basis. Or you might just want to scan through and find areas where you have a really strong conversion rate relative to the market and bid extra on these terms that you have unfair advantage on. We also have organic rank tracking. So organic rank tracking will go and check every day for where your product appears or your competitor's product. You can track yours and competitors on where you appear for different terms. So this is kind of cool too, because what you'll notice is that Amazon does a lot of shuffling. Like, it'll shuffle search results, but it'll trend in a particular direction. And what's cool about this, typing in yours versus competition, you can just see how you guys are pacing together. See if a competitor has fallen off something, see if you've gained a lot. But you can sort this by keyword and basically track all the competition for a particular term and see how you guys are pacing together. And rank tracking is an interesting metric. I think everyone should be tracking rank, organic rank. And the way that it comes in really valuable is basically saying, hey, I want to know if my like share of organic sales or organic visibility has changed a lot. And this is a great to have as a look back window, which is like, what did the organic movement for this particular term look like over the last 30 days? Super valuable to know this. It's also going to be valuable. This is like a first step for us to basically be able to like hit a drop down here and imagine if I was able to dig in on my products and say, how much should I spend on the keywords each week? And what was my average rank that week? And what was my ACoS that week? And for the product, how did having better or worse rankings impact profitability for that product? Because we have conversion rate data, we have profitability data, we have that profits table in our app. So we have profits, we have total ACoS, we have ranking, we have share of sales on the search trends. We have a bunch of this data. So we do have a task to basically combine all this to give you a really good view per product. So I'm really excited about that. So this was the first step. I love organic rank tracking. It's just a good pulse check of like, especially for ranking campaigns, like if you bid aggressively on a keyword, we have the single keyword builder. If you bid extra aggressively there, do you see a ranking increase? This is where you would go and look. Absolutely. Last update that I was pretty stoked about is we have view all placements. We've had this for a couple of months now, but what you're seeing here is you're seeing the same campaign broken out by placement. So when you do that by account level, you can see every campaign broken out by placement. So I'm sorting this by alphabetical order for the campaigns. And then what you see is placement data. So this auto campaign, top of search, product page, was a search, off Amazon. This sponsored brand, top of search, detail page, so on and so forth. So I'm getting really good insight into what each campaign's breakout is by placement, which is cool because number one, you can do a quick scan of like which campaigns have no placement adjustments, easily, quickly diagnose things, even faster than view all campaigns. The next thing you can do is you can do saved filters and bulk changes. So a filter that I had here was like ACOS less than 15% or 20%, I think. So look at my ACOS. They're all great ACOSs. And then I sorted it by orders. I could save that filter and then come back here and just notice, hey, I can probably give this a little bit more juice because it's doing exceptionally well. Look at this, 4% ACOS, 35 orders. I can just run that filter. I could select all of these. I'm even noticing some that I don't have any placement at all. So a super quick way to improve your account is to modify placements, and this is your avenue into it. The most simple way that I would, say to do it is like select these and just nudge these up, right? I'm just quickly scanning this. Like every one of these should be, much higher. The ones with none should absolutely have a boost, but all of these have incredibly low ACOS, great orders. So you can just come in here and give a boost to these. So that's a really nice change because this is almost impossible to do inside Amazon. You have to go campaign by campaign in Amazon. So to have this data in this way, to be able to make these bulk changes, I absolutely love. I would do something like this on a weekly basis for a higher volume account, if not twice a month for a lower volume account. When you go and you make those bulk changes, it'll look something like this. It'll tell you how many rows you've selected. You can do this for sponsored products and sponsored brands. So I do like that. So enjoy that. Definitely a great piece of optimization. Another thing we added to the tool, there's a checklist inside the tool now in the bottom left. I highly, highly recommend that you do not skip this checklist. The checklist is smart. Every one of them has a do this to complete this item, do this to complete this item. So like actually tracking organic rank, go track 25 keywords and it'll complete the checklist item. Add 3 save filters, it'll complete the checklist item. Automate some bidding, it'll mark the checklist item off. So do this if you are new to Ad Badger, or even if you're an existing customer, you've been around for a while. It's very likely. I see the data. There's a lot of people who haven't used the Ngram tool recently to find new negatives. So like click on this, get a fresh reminder to do some of these high value activities. And I promise you, actually, we wrote, do these activities, get a better ACOS. These are some incredibly valuable activities. Do these straight up. I wanted to finish here by just talking about some of our content that we made over the last few weeks and apply some Ad Badger software stuff, apply some Ad Badger software customer work to it. I did a podcast with Abe, good friend of the show, and one thing that it needs, the gist of the episode was really the hard part about Amazon isn't knowing to do something. So like you could know to do placement optimization. The hard part is actually just ensuring that you do it and that you're thinking of the strategy. So for example, we built this, right, as an example. You could know already that you have to optimize placements. Now, Amazon makes it difficult to do. This tool makes it really fast to do. The real magic of what separates a great Amazon marketer versus not is like you're able to think strategically about it. And like, here's an example. This is like a generalized piece of strategy, which is like, I want to boost placements that are doing well. Simple strategy. And then you can go even deeper and like really know the marketplace and like know the advertising account that you're working in. And you might say something like, for this account, I know that I do really well top of search. And you can actually see top of search is just dominating most of these low ACOS, high volume. So you can use that information when you launch new campaigns and say, I'm going to boost top of search because I know top of search generally works well. I'm going to launch my new campaigns with 100% at least out of the get-go. And then periodically, I'm going to come back and see what needs a boost. So like 6% ACOS, 65% adjustment only, I might want to give that another boost, right? So there's definitely some learnings to be had when it comes to the strategic level of thinking. Now you could SOP that, certainly, but you sort of need to know that you need to SOP it, and then you need to sort of tweak it per situation, which is why we have office hours. If And I think office hours, these are group calls that we have with Ad Badger customers. It's like a mini um, mastermind. Highly recommended that you attend these. They're free, included in your membership. So when you click office hours, you will get on the phone. I still host these. I love doing this. I love talking to our customers. I love hearing what's valuable to you, um, so that we can inform what it is that we build. So highly recommend that you attend those, and we talk about strategy and we talk about how to weave that into your tool experience. So that's the first thing that I'll say. It's a great perk of being an Ad Badger customer. The second thing too is I talked to Brent, a good friend of mine, and we did a nice episode on ad sales tripled, organic dropped. Like, how do you measure what happened, right? And like, did cannibalization happen? Meaning, did your PPC sales, was that just a result of like you gobbled up your organic sales? And the ways to know this for sure is difficult, but you have tools available inside Ad Badger that tell you the story. So search trends will tell you this, meaning search trends will tell you, did your percentage of purchases in the market change? And did it change for the better, change for the worst? Now, search trends will tell you that, but it's combined paid and organic. So when you combine this with rank tracking, you'll know like, hey, my ranks decreased, but my search trends, stayed the same or got better. Thus, I was saved by PPC because I had an organic depression. The other thing too is we have on our total ACOS tracker, we will tell you total sales, approximate organic, and paid sales. So we're able to piece together the story really nicely. We also, of course, have profitability analysis so that you can track your total ACOS month by month, as well as product by product, as well as just assess if profitability is increasing. So we have all these things together that allow you to see that. And I invite you to use search trends, total ACOS, and profitability analysis, because it really does help you stitch that story together. Now, of course, let's look forward. So some upcoming features that I'm really, really excited about. The number one thing, if you go to adbadger.com/roadmap, the top voted thing, customizable bidding algorithm. That's where you get to create your own cocktail of bid rules that you want and then apply them in certain places. So I'm very excited about that. Day parting, apply to all days, UI upgrade. If you wanted to apply like a decrease my bids in the middle of the night to 7 days, you'd have to create 7 separate rules. We want to change that, so we cut the number of clicks down significantly. Just have an apply to all days button. Our profit screen only completes when the time frame is done, meaning you don't see the current month. It's currently like if I go to my profit screen, the most recent month will be February. I'm in March right now. So we want a current month and current week view, so you can get a up to the day status to track your profitability, to make it a more meaningful daily profit checker. The next thing would be all products on the total ACOS screen. Currently, there's a limit of top 200 products or 200 products that you select, and we're going to be removing that limit. So you can see all products on the total ACOS screen, adding a product filter on the hourly data screen. So we've got sales and orders by hour for the account, but we're going to allow you to put a product filter on there. Rank tracking, we have the numbers of what the rank was and when. We just need some visuals there to like more easily assess it. And this was requested by agencies, which are really valuable and really important partners that we have. PDF reporting, having something that you can export and share with your clients. And that, my friends, is Inside the Badger Den, episode 1. This is my first one. I hope to do these regularly. This is much longer than I thought it would be, but I wanted to cover some of the recent updates, and we will have more of these in the future. Have a good one, and I'll see you next week. I actually don't intend to do these weekly, but every time we have a software release, I hope to do these. That way you can learn about the things that we're thinking of and how we're improving them over time. This was the first one. Future episodes will probably be around 5 minutes. Have a good one, and thanks for being an Ad Badger customer.